just a quick overview of the setup for the OBC for those who really are struggling, and it's not easy. The main thing we use to stream to Facebook Live is OBS, OBS Studio it's called, and that is basically, that's what's going out. That's preview, so I can change different things on the left hand side, and then when you press transition it goes to there, which is the live. That's the live. The program means live, and you've got different scenes here. You can set them up yourself, so you can, like, I can adjust these screens myself. I can resize them. I can do what I like. I can make them whatever I want them to be, so they can have sources attached to them. So that's the source for that one is the FaceTime camera, which is that thing. So you can have different scenes, and you can hotkey them to the keyboard. So as I'm doing this, it's previewing the next one that comes up. And with each of these scenes, there's got all these sources associated. So whatever's on here will be chucked up there, if you know what I mean, which is quite useful. And even better, this is completely free, this software. So go to OBS. There's a lot of stuff to do with the stream settings. So you stream, and it also can record onto your computer locally, so you can upload the service later if things go bad on the internet. And what you need is, when you do a Facebook Live, you don't use the camera as you usually would on a computer. You use the connect button, which gives you this thing called a stream key, and you copy that key and you put it into the settings here. In OBS stream, you have to paste that, and when you first start up OBS, you have to run the. Anyway, it's got an auto configuration wizard, so it does all sorts of different things. You need to give it a stream to do it with, and it makes the best settings for your setup and your internet speed and all that, which is really useful. So OBS is the center of everything. And also essential is this thing called Blackmagic Web. I can't think of the word now. Blackmagic Web. It doesn't even say it on it. Web Presenter. There we go. Blackmagic Web Presenter. And that's really useful because it's got two inputs. One is HDMI. The other one is SDI, which is similar to HDI kind of, but you have to get an SDI converter box. HDMI goes in, and out there goes SDI. So that goes into the second input here, which isn't useful. It'd be nice if there are two HDMIs in, but there we are. So that has got two inputs, and you can switch between them. And I'm using these two. Well, you don't need to use two inputs. You can just have one input that's coming from the Skype computer. But the second input, which is useful, I'm using, and I'm plugging my iPad in for the chords using that, and I'm using OnSong because that's you can lay it out nicely, and when you can display it so that the chords can be on the words as well. So that's here, and I've got, coming out of here, I've got a little mixer, and the output of this mixer goes into the web presenter. It's got its own little audio inputs, so you can choose that in the menu. You'd have to choose it in the menu. It's not automatically those. It takes the audio from the HDMI sometimes, so you just have to figure out the menu. And then I've got my microphone here, guitar here. We've got the iPad. I can play videos from the iPad if I want to, and I've got an extra one for just background music. We got this thing called Zoom, which we're using for the dial-in for people who can't get on the internet. It does cost people money. It's an 0203 number, but we start a new meeting, and I set it so that only when they dial in, it mutes them automatically, and there's a way you can make it so they can't unmute themselves. You have to set that up. Next door, we've got the streaming of YouTube. So I've got two more computers here. This one is, well, it's off at the moment. This one is playing out this. Thank you, Mum. Borrowed that off of her. Playing out the YouTube live, the Facebook Live when we go live, and this one is picking up you go create on YouTube, and you can create a live video. So this one, via this box, the HD video capture, you can get that on Amazon. It's basically HD video in. It takes the audio and the video from a laptop and sends it down a USB, and then the computer sees that laptop as a webcam. Instead of that webcam, it should see that. Yeah, so that's basically how we do it. There's a lot more to it, and I'll try and do some better videos later on. But just in case those who really are struggling, I just wanted to tell you how we do it.